Okay, you guys, I'm back. I had a very important phone call that I had to take earlier today, so I had to end the live, but I am back, you guys. Um, yeah, you guys are reading the title correctly. People are living in their cars, they can't afford rent. We have farmers on TikTok begging for people to buy their beef. Most of these farmers are Trump supporters who voted for this administration. Um, I'm literally seeing people on TikTok complaining about the cost of food, the cost of living. Um, these are hardworking citizens here who can't even get by. I mean, what is going on here, you guys? I'm gonna tell you what's going on. This is what happens when you vote for this current administration. This is what happens when you vote for racism. You vote literally um, for capitalism. You vote for just everything to anchor people down. And I'm really concerned. I'm really concerned for the people who are on one income, like you're on a fixed income. How are you guys making it right now? What are you guys doing to get by? What are you doing to get resources in your home? So many people right now cannot afford food. They're not eating. You know, I'm gonna tell you guys, I've lost 13 pounds since June of last year, and it is because I have been cutting out a lot of things, and I've been losing weight since June. It's been way over a year, and I've lost 13 pounds, and I'm really proud of that. I've been cutting out a lot of things out of my diet because food is just getting expensive, and not only that, I want to be healthy. So what are you guys doing? Like, what are we supposed to do from here? I'm gonna tell you guys what you need to do, and I've been telling you guys you need to stock up because with these farmers not actually able to sell their beef and their cattle, many of these farmers are going to lose their homes. They're going to lose their generational farms and homes. And a lot of that meat is going to be rotted. It's going to be rotted. Um, the winter is coming. I would tell you to start stocking up. Um, I know the holidays are coming. I would just pass that up, you guys. I wouldn't even do the holidays. I wouldn't even do Christmas. I wouldn't do Thanksgiving. I wouldn't do any of these holidays right now because it's becoming unaffordable, you guys. I would get a solar powered generator in my house. I would get my home equipped for the winter. I would um I would get emergency food in my house if I were you. You guys do know not only do farmers and ranchers deal with, cattle and livestock, they also deal with crops. So if the farmers are not actually able to get fertilizer or any kind of oil, look at what's going on with the oil industry and our gasoline and stuff. These farmers are not going to be able to till their crops. They're not going to be able to harvest anything to sell. They're having a hard time right now selling cattle and things like that. If I were you, I would start stocking up on supplies. I'm talking about shelf stable items. I would get a deep freezer in my home and I would start getting meats and things in my deep freezer. I would start preparing my home for the winter, for these rolling blackouts. Look at what's going on in Gary, Indiana. Those people are still without power. I would get lights, I would get candles, I would get my home prepared for what I believe is going to be a dark winter. Um, I don't think things are going to get better in this country. People are literally living in their cars right now with their families. People are having to move back in with their families because they cannot afford to move out of their parents' homes. Um, a lot of people are just struggling right now, you guys. They're pinching dollar for dollar to get bills paid. Next week, I have bills to pay. I have bills to pay next week. I have over $800 worth of bills to pay. And that it's not including rent. I just paid my rent literally this week. And I pay rent again at the end of September. And I still have $800 worth of bills I got to finish paying. That's how bad it's getting. People are maxing out their credit cards. People are using installments like Carlia and all of these different payment options to pay for food. We shouldn't be living and surviving like this, you guys. And I'm telling you, it's only going to get worse from here. If I were you, I would start stocking up. Screw Christmas, screw Thanksgiving. I don't want to hear anything about Halloween. I don't want to hear anything about trick or treating, trunk or treating. I don't want to hear anything about that. I have some few fall decors in my home. Look, I'm getting my home prepared for what I believe is going to be a catastrophic winter. And a lot of y'all are out here trying to buy the latest this, the latest that. Look, this is about survival. Getting your home prepared. In the event that we have a rolling blackout, what are you going to do if we have a rolling blackout? What are you going to do if the power grid goes down? And it's starting to get cold. What are you people going to do? What are you going to do? See, people like me who are smart, who see what's going on, we're getting prepared. Nobody's coming to save us, you guys. These farmers who voted for Trump are getting ready to lose their farms. They're getting ready to lose their farmhouses, their land, everything, because they have invested so much money into their crops and into the land. And farmers are online saying they need money to keep their farms because their homes are generational homes that have been passed down from other family members to them. Folks are getting ready to lose everything. They have lost everything. People are losing their homes, and you still have people on here talking about a gender war. We're past this talk about a gender war, you guys. It's getting bad. I do need to switch my internet here. And if you are smart, you need to anchor down or hunker down wherever you're going to be. Wherever you're going to be, the economy is going to shit. Here in a moment, um, these banks are going to just start pulling funds because the economy is not making any money. Banks are panicking because people are using funds that they don't have. So if I were you, I would only keep the money in the bank that you need to pay bills. I would definitely pull my money out the bank. I know that I have to pay rent next month. I have another deposit that I'm looking forward to, and I will be pulling those funds out of my account in the next couple of weeks. So, at least in the next 3 weeks. I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. I'm just telling you, with the economy going downhill, banks have exhausted their resources and money. It's people are using money that's not there. America's in debt and trillions of debt. Only keep the money in your checking account that you need to pay bills. Okay, you can't afford to just have money sitting in savings. You know, pull your money out of the bank because it's getting bad, and it's going to continuously keep getting bad from here. I would start stocking up on food. I start getting emergency food in my home, lights, candles, just different things in my home. It's going to be important to have candles in your home. I picked up a few candles today. You want to get candles in your home. I also picked up some more of those little wall lights that I have. I have one in my living room, I have one in my bedroom, I have one in my bathroom. I have another backup little light that I have on my fridge. Just different light sources. They're battery operated. I am gonna go get um some bigger light LED lights to put on the wall. Um, you just want to have different options for lighting source in case we have the rolling blackouts and we lose power. You want to be able to have a way to be able to cook and do things in the event that the lights go out, the power goes out, whether that be a grill, some charcoal, lighter fluid, um, different ways that you can cook meals. Okay. Um, I do need to get a grill. I need to get a grill. I do need to get another crock pot in my house. I do have an electrical skillet. Um, but a crock pot, you can easily cook meals in a crock pot. Um, Electrical skillet, you can do the same thing as well. I do need to get another solar power generator with a solar panel to be able to at least power my deep freezer. I do have one, but I do need to get a bigger one to be able to at least run my deep freezer and maybe the electrical skillet if I need to cook something. Um, it's coming down to that, you guys. It's sad what's going on in this country, and people are just walking around here like they don't understand what's going on. I would start stocking up on blankets, socks, winter stuff, heating sources. In the event that the lights go out, how are you and your family going to stay warm? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, folks? You know, I'm also looking at different heating sources, different things that I can use for heat. Kerosene lanterns, kerosene stoves, heaters. Um, you want to look at different options like that. Okay. I do have heating in my home, but you definitely want to have different backup options, heated blankets, thermals, fleece blankets. You just want to get things like that, you guys. It's getting bad. It's gonna continuously keep getting worse. Um, so you just want to get prepared, okay? Um, I know rugs are really good for heating sources, um, because they insulate spaces. You guys just need to prepare. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's just I don't know. Main thing is you need to get supplies in your home. I have to get about 25 gallons of water in here for water supply, and I need to continue to keep stocking up on water. So I will be doing that next week. I have 25 gallons of water I got to get. Um, I'm gonna look into a heater, and I'm not talking about like in my home. The little heaters are not gonna do anything. I'm talking about a big heater. I know Mr. Buddy is a really good heating source, but if you're gonna get that kind of heater in here, you gotta have a carbon monoxide detector and all that. So I'm definitely going to look at other heating sources. There's different kind of heaters out there. You just want to have to stay warm because with every in those fleece socks, I need to stock up on some of those for me and my kids. You know, jogging suits, sweaters, jogging pants, jeans, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, you guys definitely do need to get prepared. Um, you definitely need to get prepared. Okay, you guys, I lost connection. It's already starting to get cool here a little bit. You know, you can tell that the weather's starting to change. We've been having a lot of rain here, and it's just starting to get cool. I would tell you guys, like I said, you definitely need to stock up and get supplies. Things are just not going to get any better here. And many people are not going to take heed to this because, you know, you think you're safe, you think you're good. No, you're not. Get supplies in your home, you guys. Get water in your home, get whatever you need in your home. Household cleaning supplies, whatever. Okay? It's getting rough out here. I just stocked up on supplies for my house um at the beginning of the week. I had to get supplies in here, you know, toiletries, um, dishwashing liquid, etc. And this is for the whole entire month, you guys, so I don't have to keep sending back to the store. Um, I'm just seeing what's going on out here, and I'm telling you, it's not good out here what's going on. Okay. Um, yeah, I definitely have bills to pay next week. And I'm talking about, I haven't even calculated my bills up, but I know they're over like $800 worth of bills I have to pay. Whatever is left over after I pay that $800 worth of bills, the rest is going into savings. Um, you know, it's going into savings. So I am still getting my home prepared for the winter, getting things situated in here for the winter. Um, but yeah, you guys definitely get prepared. That's what I'm gonna do here in a little bit is calculate whatever bills I have to pay for the rest of next month, and just try to get by. That's all we can do, you know. But I definitely encourage you guys to do what you can do to prepare. Um, just do what you can, folks. Get non-perishable foods. Get stuff in your house for the winter. Get your household cleaning supplies, toiletries, whatever you need to get. You need to get it in your home. Okay. Even down to the paper towels, toilet paper, soap, etc. Start getting these supplies. It's definitely getting bad out here. Okay. I have a deep freezer in my home, and I have to start getting meats and things in there. Um, so that's what I will be doing, getting food down in my deep freezer. And just getting my home prepared for the winter, and also looking at this generator that I need to get and solar panel that I need to get that can run my generator, you guys, and a deep freezer. So that's what I need to do. Um, get this generator to run my deep freezer. At least be able to run that in case the lights go out. And anything in my fridge, I can at least put it in my deep freezer to keep it cold. Like milk, butter, etc. That's where this is going. I'm gonna look into getting a Yeti cooler, to be able to put things on ice. Um, so that's what I do need to look into, getting a little Yeti cooler. But at least with that generator, I could be able to run this deep freezer, you know. Um, so that is something that I am going to look into, um, getting another generator that's bigger that can run the deep freezer here. But yeah, you guys, these people are talking about us losing power or the grid going down for 18 months. Like, that's a year and 9 months. So it's going to be imperative that you just start stocking up. And I do have room in my bedroom to store food in here if I have to, in a container, just to do what I have to do. We have to do what we got to do, folks. Okay. I'm going to get off of here. I need to calculate some bills. Oh, finish prepping, whatever I need to do. And I do have a couple of cases of water in my bedroom and a few gallons, but I'm definitely got to get 25 gallons of water um, and finish stocking up. I've been using some of my supplies from under my cabinet that I have to replenish. But yeah, you guys get prepared. What you're prepping now will determine if you're how you're going to be for the winter and how you're going to survive for the winter. Unfortunately, I can't run a grill in here, but I can be able to hook up an electrical skillet if I need to cook, or a crock pot if I need to cook, or my deep freezer if I need to get meat from there. You guys take care. Be well. Please get prepared.